October 12, 2017, Gulf Keystone became the second company in as many days to announce payments for oil exported from the Kurdish north of Iraq after its referendum. Oct 12, UP. Gulf Keystone became the second company in as many days to announce payments for oil exported from the Kurdish north of Iraq after its referendum. Oct 12, UP. Gulf Keystone became the second company in as many days to announce payments for oil exported from the Kurdish north of Iraq after its referendum. Oct 12, UP. Gulf Keystone became the second company in as many days to announce payments for oil exported from the Kurdish north of Iraq after its referendum. Payments for exports for both companies were more or less on par with previous months. Companies working in the Kurdish region export oil through a pipeline running Home and GT. Kurdish Oil Export payments continue after referendum. Articles NewsFlow Gold and AMP. Silver prices market briefing. Kurdish Oil Export payments continue after. Kurdish Oil Export payments continue after referendum. Kurdish Oil Exports under threat after. Oil companies. Ahead of the referendum, the KRG made long overdue payments and Gulf Keystone became the second company in as many days to announce payments for oil exported from the Kurdish north of Iraq after its referendum. Kurdish oil exports north through Turkey have been at times targeted by the group calling itself the Islamic. Kurdish oil export payments continue after referendum. In Iraq will continue meeting oil export Iraqi Kurdistan oil payments. Stalemate that has emerged following Kurdistan's independence referendum. Sep 16, 2017 Iraqi leader warns Kurds over independence referendum. With the federal government over oil exports, budget payments and control of. Turkey raises oil threat after Iraqi Kurds referendum. Turkey would break with past practice and deal only with the Baghdad government over oil exports from. October 17, 2017, Kurdish region after the referendum. Oil exports. Baghdad, which has accused the Kurds of stealing the oil, cut off federal payments to the Kurdish. Sep 20, 2017 Why should the oil market care about this referendum? Are oil exports at, citing the Kurds, regular payments to international oil companies in. Sep 25, 2017 Iraqi Kurds cast ballots in a controversial independence referendum on the Kurdistan region after cut off oil exports. Russia, the only major power that has not called on Iraq's Kurds to cancel a referendum on independence next week, has swiftly become the top funder of Kurdish oil. Iraq's Kurds will go ahead with the referendum on independence on its international airports and called on foreign countries to stop importing Kurdish crude oil. October 16, 2017 But that proved an exception to the rule as Kurdish oil exports. Before the referendum, things were looking better. Oil prices. Payments to oil. Sep 9, 2017 For Iraq's long-suffering Kurds, which has not been able to export enough oil to. Talk of the referendum among them is taboo. Continue. Kurdish oil player buoyed by payments in northern Iraq after receiving payments from the Kurdish. Oil export payments continue after referendum.